Nathan Gorman, thank you very much for joining us. The heavyweight in training, recent signing to Wasserman Boxing. How are you doing, sir?
Very good, mate. How are you?
Good, thank you. It's a Friday morning, so it's always a nice feeling on a Friday morning. We last spoke a couple of weeks ago down the Wasserman Media Day. That was when you were announced and unveiled in front of the cameras and in front of the media. How have things been since then?
Really good. Obviously, just training. Been training twice a day. Been in camp now for about 3 weeks. Like I said, I train every day, Monday to Friday. I train once on a Saturday, then I have like the rest of Saturday and all Sunday off. So yeah, just camp life, mates. Not really excited. It's just go to the gym, train, come home, eat a little bit, go back to the gym and train again, then come home, go to bed. So everything's very routine, but that's the way it is, unfortunately.
Eat, sleep, train, repeat.
Yeah.
Do you have any ideas in mind for when you want to get out?
Yeah, I think we're looking at beginning of December. That's what we're looking at. So about 8 to 9 weeks time, which is perfect for me because obviously it's a big camp, and plus I haven't boxed since March either, so it'd be a good camp for me, to get under my belt. So that's what I want ideally.
What kind of things are you working on in training? Because it's such a long camp, are you covering everything? Is there boxing skills, fitness, blah 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 blah, or are you trying to do certain areas?
Yeah, literally, like you're saying, literally trying to do everything. Obviously, I'm far from the finished article myself yet. There's still a lot of work my trainers are doing with me. I'm doing all sorts like track work, my strength work. I'm doing a lot more sparring in this camp as well. So I'm trying to cover all areas. So when I box, have my debut for Wasserman, I want to be, the best I can possibly be.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. One name that I saw from your interviews after that media day was Fabio Ward, like you've spoken about a few times in the past. Just talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, obviously Fabio's mentioned me in the past as well, as the general public mentioned me and him in the past.
Yeah.
It's a fight what I'd imagine would be for a British title, providing obviously subject to what Joe Joyce is doing with his belt. Right after his last fight, the first thing what Dillian White said, obviously, is he's his manager. The fighter he'd love to have is Nathan Gorman. But you know as well as I do, in boxing, it's not just that easy. That fight could probably be made, middle of next year. It all depends, really. It's a really good fight. He's unbeaten. He's from British, so it's an all British battle royale, which would make sense.
There's a lot of talk around the heavyweight scene at the moment with AJ Usyk last week and Fury Wilder this week. What have you made of everything that's been going on?
I think obviously you got Fury Wilder the weekend, which I'm backing Tyson to win. I think it's a 90-10 in his favour, the 10 being in Wilder's favour because of the punching power what Wilder upholds. Because a man like that who can punch like that, he's never really beat until he's beat type of thing, because he could be winning 11 and a half rounds or 11 3/4 rounds. He got last 30 seconds, he can hit you, which he has done previously with Tyson.
Yeah.
And obviously Usyk Joshua's got the rematch. I think Joshua lost it himself that night with the tactics, etc. Because I think you can't box Usyk. You got to try and use your physical size and try and get up close and bully him. Saying that, it's easier said than done when you've got a 16-stone man punching you in the face. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens in that rematch, and plus it'll be very interesting to see what happens this Saturday with Tyson and Wilder. Hopefully, Tyson wins and then Anthony Joshua wins his rematch, and we can have all British heavyweight world title fight in England.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people are looking for at the moment. Just on AJ Usyk really quickly, while you're mentioning there, ask a silly question, I guess. Can AJ win in a rematch against Usyk? And if so, how?
I think he's got more than enough ability to beat him, but I think he needs to get out of the jab and run situation. He needs to use his physical size, push forward and bully him. He needs to, how can I put it, not handheld high, try and be a bully. Just
Yeah.
go at him, like Chisora did. Go at him, throwing everything but the kitchen sink. You can't give a man like Usyk time to breathe, because if he gets that rhythm, he just gets an emotion, and he's exceptional.
The other big fight you mentioned there, Fury Wilder. Obviously, you're close with Tyson. Obviously, you back Tyson to win, but it's by no means a sure thing. Like you say, with a guy with that kind of power,
definitely not.
with Wilder. What difference do you think Malik Scott will have made to his camp?
I don't think. Listen, I could be all wrong. I'd probably get him boxing more, but I don't think he's going to make a great deal difference to Deontay Wilder, because he's got one of them styles where he's just a one-punch man, isn't he? All these fights, he just looks for his big right hand. So I can't see him coming out like, being a boxer. I'd imagine he's got in his head with confidence. Probably he's built his confidence rate sky high. And obviously a confident fighter is a very dangerous fighter. So it'd be interesting to see what he has done. Has he changed him into being a bit more technically better boxer? I don't know. It'd be really interesting.
When you look at a fighter like Deontay Wilder, would it make it easier or harder to fight him, knowing that he's only looking for one thing? What if he lands?
I think it would be. I think it'd be hard, because you got to be mentally switched on with anyone, but with him you got to be mentally switched on to the point where you cannot relax for 36 minutes or however long it is in there. Because he only needs 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Just to land a 1-2 right on your chin. That's it. Which obviously any heavyweight in the world can do that, but especially Deontay Wilder.
With Tyson Fury, there's been a lot made over social media in the last few weeks. Wilder's looked really good. Tyson's not really posted that much. Well, can you read anything into that?
See, I don't really read into much of it. I always like watching, the weigh-ins and stuff like that, because it's 24 hours before you fight. It's the last time you're going to see your man. So I always trying to judge the body language and stuff. But what I've seen from the press conference, Tyson looks his usual self, confident. And I think Deontay Wilder was trying to go the approach of not listening and, trying to put his headphones on and stuff, but he bit at the last press conference. So
it's going to be
an Tyson get under his skin whenever he wants to think.
Would Tyson Fury be an absolute nightmare to fight? Just given that you have to go through all this build-up with him and trying to get under your skin before you even talk about his particular heavyweight. The fact that he's just in your ear, up your skin.
Yeah. It'd be a nightmare, wouldn't he? It'd be a nightmare, because he's very good at mind games, and he's plus his boxing style as well is very irritating, and he's got that, the way he can be awkward, elusive. So everything about him is just gets right in your mind.
He's talking about even going knocking on Deontay Wilder's hotel door.
Truthfully, it would not surprise me what he'd done.
Listen, Nathan, I'm going to let you crack on. It's Friday morning.
Brother.
I appreciate your time today.
Good, mate. Thank you.
Enjoy the fight, and let's see what happens.
Definitely. 100%. Speak soon, mate.
Thank you, Ron.
Take care. Bye.